Straight up schmixed. I'm getting straight up dixed.
That was a good spot to start the recording.
No. No.
Game 2. Oh, my music's still playing. Awkward.
Boing, 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 boing. Where is that coming from?
We were playing a melee mod earlier, wherein I triggered a bug that made it so every time I grabbed the ledge, it made a boinging sound, and I don't know how it happened, and as soon as I stopped playing Charizard, it stopped happening. Oh my god, he hit me! It's the first time he's hit me. Wait, this is not the one I should go to.
You're not streaming in the game. I can't see anything.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's my bad. I was like, alright, cool, we're all good. I'm all set up, ready to go.
I'm like, what do you mean you hit me? Are you just extending this bit about the bug you triggered and I can't hear it?
No, you're gonna see whenever I edit this episode together. You'll see it.
How much do we pay our editor?
Oh, I wish we paid him more.
We should triple his salary.
Quadruple it even.
We're generous like that. Editor,
If
put
we're
a
not
picture
careful,
of a hot dog on the screen.
What kind of hot dog?
A chicken wiener.
Chicken wiener.
Yeah,
I'm sure the editor can manage that.
I've been thinking about alternative hot dogs recently because, like, turkey is such a well-rounded substitute for everything, and it came up in discussion of like tier list of proteins. And honestly, turkey might just be like an S tier protein.
Turkey is my S tier, absolutely.
Because it does everything, isn't it? Like, it's super lean. It's got sentimental importance on occasions. Like, turkey is very commonly used for turkey dinners or on Christmas or Thanksgiving. I'm sure there are other celebrations, Easter. Some families just do it for everything. So it's got historical significant importance on occasion. It's a deli meat, meaning that you can have it in like cold cut sandwiches.
It is my staple deli meat these days. I used to be like a big salami guy, but then with the stomach problems I've been having, I gotta stick to poultry for the most part when I'm eating protein, and turkey is just the best cold cut meat.
Also, you can make it bacon. Like, it's you can get ground turkey.
Bacon rules, and ground turkey can be okay.
Oh, you can like mix turkey with milk and have like a turkey milk.
You can do that. That's actually all the proteins will let you do that. That's not an exclusive feature of turkey.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But turkey milk's definitely the best out of all of them. You guys should try it. If you haven't, let us know in the comments what you think. You can put your thanks in the comments section.
Should I be a gamer and do this in spring, or should I wait until summer when the
No, do it in spring.
All right.
Do it in spring.
Good start.
There you go. There you go. And it took them until summer to complete this.
I wonder if I'll have to speed this section up when I edit it.
Oh, good save.
Oh,
actually, no. You're gonna have to slow it down. You're gonna have to slow it down because you're going too fast, doing it too well.
I went to the farmers market in my city recently, and they have a retro game stall. And when there's like a stall dedicated to retro games, it can be kind of a mixed bag because like they know what they're selling and they know what stuff's worth. So it's not like you're gonna find like a crazy magic find or like a
golden era is done for, I think, finding good retro stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
For good value.
But the upside is that the dude who runs it, who's been running it for years, and he really knows what he's talking about, and the stuff he puts up is like genuinely worth looking at. So when I saw a 64 controller there, I was like, oh shit, maybe it'll be actually in good shape. And sure enough, it was like, I don't know if it would be like a 64 runner's idea of a perfect stick, but it's my idea of perfect stick.
So what was the end? What is the price for a controller at a venue like that going for nowadays?
It was a plain gray, so it was $40 Canadian.
That's pretty good.
There was one of the hollow, not hollow, the translucent ones, the see-through ones. I don't know if you've seen those before.
I love those ones.
Those are more valuable. That one was going for $60. But that one also had a stick in basically perfect casual shape, let's put it that way. Like, I'm sure if I put either of them through the Mario 64 tester utility, they would not pass with flying colors.
Interestingly enough, though, if you tested out a controller that you bought there and the sticks were in ranges that the Mario speedrunners really like, suddenly you're making a profit if you sold that controller.
That's
like,
true.
It's funny
I bet I could sell it for like 4 times what I bought it for if it was...
Like, if it sticks perfect,
yeah,
then
maybe 4 times.
there's a runner out there.
No, actually, you know what? I've seen proper, perfect N64 controllers going for like 120, 130 US. So, like, yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. And that's just the beginning, right? Because then you're talking like steel sticks and OEM parts and everything together and colors will all start to add up to like, I don't even know what like a totally pimped out controller would be worth. Probably like $1,000.
Yeah, I think it depends. Like, if you have that original run of steel sticks, like, holy fuck, that's got to be like you're into the 500-600 range.
I wonder where like the diminishing returns truly kick in, or maybe I'm not thinking about that particular phrase to fit perfectly there, but I wonder where, like, obviously having the best controller ever is good, but how much does it really help you? You know, like, I wonder if there's like a minimum level and a max level where you really need gear that good.
I know that what's his name? I remember seeing that video on YouTube about a guy who's talking about like all the different like attempts at steel sticks or like at 64 controller fixes, and he had a clip of like Liam with the sticks from Binny.
Oh, Benny, yeah.
Like Benny's sticks, and he had a video of like Liam using them and just like complaining about them to no end. I forget exactly the details, but like one of those probably is not quite as valuable as like one of those original run steel sticks, especially because those original run steel sticks are like a commodity now. They're not being produced anymore, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. And Benny has his own like. It's funny you mentioned Benny because Benny is like the name behind a lot. Oh, okay, that was a nice save though. A name behind like a majority of the idea of scandal behind the steel sticks, and I guess like the delay in production because producing them isn't easy. Like, he's been kind of the face, for better or for worse, around all of that scandal in the Mario 64 speedrunning community.
It is such a strange and fascinating problem, like this idea of like fixing Nintendo 64 sticks, because it's one of those things where the demand is so high and yet just barely not high enough to go full on into like fabricating parts, and like the economies of scale aren't there, and yet there's so much demand for it anyway.
Yeah, and specifically for the Mario 64 speedrunning.
Yeah, like that's the main reason is like...
There's a joke with the Mario Party minigames, the Mario Party minigames, where it's like, you remember Mario Party 1, the games that would just like destroy your stick, and your goal is to like drill a hole in your hand with like a little handsaw motion just to win the game. But a lot of the tactics in Mario 64, like frame walking, like they require a lot of like similar intense kind of inputs.
Yeah.
And so you need to fabricate and create those really strong dexterous metal parts because the plastic just doesn't do it. Even like 3D printing plastic pieces isn't enough for what these players have in mind. So it's crazy, that we've outlasted the original design. The plastic just doesn't work anymore. We've entered the metal era.
And the other thing with like all these other projects, they rely on harvesting like N64 controllers for parts, whereas because you could fabricate your own like sticks into the original controller part boxes, but like fabricating even the box under the hood and like the original like controller shells and stuff, like the economies of scale just aren't there to get that right. But yeah, it's a fascinating business problem too, because when you look at it objectively, there is immense demand for it, and yet at the same time there isn't, because it's not like it's a growing space, but it is not so it's too niche to be worth like starting a whole business around.
Well said, as you shit into a hole.
Yeah. Just you ignore what's happening on screen. You treat us like a podcast that is also playing Banjo-Kazooie.
At Stark and Rage University, you get the best of both worlds. Economies of scale, shitting in a hole. And you know what? Profit equals revenue minus costs. Thank you.
Where did you come up with that? That's insane.
I've always been an entrepreneur ever since I was young. I used to sell lemonade.
How much did you sell it for?
$1,000.
Did you make any sales?
I didn't.
That would have been pretty good profit margins if you did, though.
Lots of people lost their jobs. It was really quite tragic.
You ever seen that tweet? That was like, it was. What am I trying to say here? Oh yeah. It was a guy talking about like tomatoes and how like you sell tomatoes.
Yeah, go on. Tell the chat.
Well, I'm probably misremembering the tweet, so my editor is gonna have to put this up on the screen. All right, here goes nothing. You don't understand scale. Use $50 to buy 10 tomato plants. In 6 months, you have 250 tomatoes. Plant those into 250 plants. 6 months, you have 6,250 plants. Plant them. 6 months, you have 156K tomatoes. Plant them. 6 mo, you have 3.9 millimeter tomatoes. Sell them for $1 each. If we ask our editor too many times, he's going to try and unionize.
God, I hate unions. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. This will be my last appearance on the Stark and Rage show here. It was nice knowing all of you guys.
It was a tweet that was like, most people don't understand business. You get tomatoes and you sell them for $2 a piece. Get 1 million tomatoes, you sell them for $2 a piece, and then you grow more from the original tomatoes. And it was just like a tech bro reinventing farming, except he was assuming that he was going to be able to sell all 2 million tomatoes, which, like, obviously, no, he would not. It's just...
Was it serious? Because it was like, to me, it read as satire. He's like, you don't understand scale. Use $50 to buy 10 tomato plants. In 6 months, you have 250 tomatoes. Plant those into 250 plants. 6 months, you have 6,250 plants. Plant them. 6 months, you have 156,000 tomatoes. Plant them. 6 months, you have 3.9 million tomatoes. Plant them.
Exposed as you remember the tweet better than I did. Yes, it was something like that, and I thought it was serious. This was before the age of blue checks, when you could tell when something was satire or not, whether it had a blue check, and if it had a blue check, they were being earnest.
Earnest?
Yeah, blue check equals earnest.
The chicken?
Yeah. We should
Our
all
largely
let's all
RuneScape
log on
fan base.
RuneScape right now.
If you're watching this right now, let's go to RuneScape and let's just all sign in. We can like do quests together. We'll go to the Grand Exchange. Let's just do it right now, guys. Put your username in the chat, in the comment section below. Let's play some RuneScape together.
You even have our permission to boot it right now and train some wood cutting while you watch.
Yeah. Don't get too far ahead though.
Yeah, right.
I can't cut willows yet. Please slow down.
I don't have members, so don't do anything non-members can't do.
And just a message to the comment section right now. If you guys have any bronze bars, I really want to make some armor, please. Please.
Also buying GF, but don't worry about it if you can't.
Yeah. Also, somebody told me they would trim my steel armor, and they've stolen it. So if you have spare steel armor, be careful. Be careful if they say they will trim it gold.
This is going to be the hardest level for me. This is the level I remember the least. So...
You don't remember this level? This is the level with the tomatoes and you plant them.
Yeah, you plant the tomatoes. This is where we learn about scale.
Until this quiz says you have $50 to buy 10 tomato plants. How many will you have in 6 months? I like their little Robin Hood hats.
The enemies in this game are so charming.
Absolutely.
Look
In
at this
RuneScape
guy.
economies, they would be rich.
I just love this guy, and like it's crazy that we're literally grabbing him just to feed him to a hungry bird. Like he's dead now.
Oh, his fate is sealed.
His fate is sealed.
Well,
How am I
think
fucking
his
this
fate
up?
was sealed when I don't know. I'm watching. Now, there's a lot of people watching right now. In fact, maybe more than history, maybe ever, are seeing this right now.
There's a lot of people training woodcutting while watching right now.
Absolutely. The willow tree grew back in the time it took us to get up that hill.
Forget if there's
This
a
is
way
me
to do
trying
this.
to...
I forgot if
Ooh.
there was a way to do it without a gold feather, but whatever, I got lots.
But nah, use the gold feather. That's what gold feathers are for, you know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Oh, and we're back down into the vines again.
I'm gonna die.
We're gonna have to put another death on our death counter. Editor, please update our
brother.
death counter. Oh, never mind.
Holy shit. Where did all my health go?
Use $50 to buy 10 honeycombs. Plant them.
Too hot for magic.
I really feel Mumbo here. I was off today from work. I'm unemployed. And I took out my portable air conditioning unit because it's, you know, it's fall. Days have been getting colder, and I'm like, okay, like it's I can save some space in my room and I can just exist. No, global warming is real.
25 degrees today.
25
Unreal.
degrees Celsius. Editor,
Yeah, right.
can we get the American conversion?
Wow,
Thank
that's really high. That's so weird. Why do people use
Oh,
Fahrenheit?
wow. Yeah, it's unfair. Unfair for all the students who have to use it in their schools. I have heard some convincing arguments about Fahrenheit making more sense when you see a really hot day to see 100
Getting
plus.
called by suspected spam. Let's do it on speaker.
Oh, somebody who's chopping willows just found out your private number.
Hello? They didn't even answer.
Yeah, scared. Coward.
Classic.
A viewer called our house?
That was us getting swatted. The Canadian version of swatting. Just like call while you're in the middle of recording.
You know what? In the world, in the fly world, you know flies like the insects, right?
I'm familiar with their work, yes.
So they have their own little fly society, okay? And in that society, there are like all types of careers that are like still done, but they're done so by flies, right? So it's like a fly society.
Okay, I didn't know that, but that's...
Yes. Well, there are streamers who are flies in that world, right?
Right?
And getting swatted means something very different in that line of work.
That's true. It sounds a little bit more final.
Yeah, it's very devastating being a fly streamer and you get swatted.
Playing very cautious. Oh my fucking god! How did that happen?
I cannot believe
I
that
was
followed after you were playing
in the-
cautious of all things.
In the middle of playing cautious.
If you said you were playing reckless, I would have said, I get it. I understand. But I'm confused here. Well, let's
So-
get a replay here. What happened?
Those caterpillars' fates were not sealed.
Oh, he's back.
They're all fine now. Except I'm grabbing them again, so... Sorry.
He has been collected. Will we make this jump on the first try? This is a new game. This is a new us. We're filled with whimsy.
The
There you go.
hitbox for that bird is very awkward. I'm very bad.
Gamers in 2024 calling for the nerf of these birds.
Yeah. Wait, I forgot. It's summer. I gotta go to...
Oh, nice. Okay, these jumps look way more manageable.
Yeah. Someone of my skill level can actually manage these.
No, skill is all relative. You don't even want to know what it's like if I played. To the fans, adoring fans of Rage and Stark watching, Stark has not touched the controller.
Not since the beginning of the channel, that's true. The time will come.
The time will come. When we play Wordle, the controller is all mine.
The next series we're planning is Sonic Adventure 2, where
You can't you can't blow that out. They can't know what
no,
we're doing next.
I'm gonna tell, if they've stuck this far into the Banjo-Kazooie series, they deserve to know.
This is still in discussion. If all you hear is blurs when this episode releases, note that Stark has won the argument.
Okay, what's the argument? I didn't know there was anything in contention.
Okay. So what you need to do is we need to pick 10 games.
10 games?
Plant them. And then plant them.
See, the problem is I just don't understand scale.
I just don't understand it.
What the fuck?
Oh, you went into the trap? That could not have gone worse.
Oh, the camera memes there were very mean. Can I get up from here? I actually forget. I don't think so. No, but I do need to go down here, so.
You just hit the leaf button? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Just having some water. I'm actually, I feel like I'm talking louder today than usual.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. You were talking so loud. What did you say?
The reason I feel like I'm talking louder today is because I had a full plate of food for lunch.
Ooh,
which is not
nice.
Not typical for me these days, and I felt very full. It felt like after a Thanksgiving dinner, kind of full. But it was a very good lunch, and I felt energized all day.
That's awesome.
Good day for recording because of that.
We're like the dessert. We're like your dessert.
You're like my desert.
Poop boggy.
Poop boggy.
This is by the time you're hearing this, we've quit Melee and have gone to Rivals 2 full time.
And we might have quit our jobs too.
We might have quit our jobs too. Really, anything is up in the air.